wanted 5 pattern, or if you wanted 16 patterns, I mean, realistically, it's not going to cost you $5. Realistically, it's going to cost you much, much more than that. So, if anything, you know, the whole wonderful reason aside of why to do a fundraiser for reproductive freedom, despite, you know, the human rights aspect of it, that is incredibly important. From an economic standpoint, it was a good idea too. So, I mean, I think it was an awesome thing for them to do. I don't really remember how to do edges for this, so I'm just gonna do this and then hope for the best. And just do it like that. This might actually be a little too close to the edge for me to do it like this. But we'll try our best. We will try our best. Okay, application submitted. Awesome. Thank you so much, Star. I will talk to Allison. And we will figure something out, I'm sure. Do 3 in 1 hole wrapping around the corner. Yeah, I think that's what I should have done, and I 100% did not do that. I instead just did ones over the edges, which is, it's fine. It's not going to be a permanent edging anyways. If it was something that I was going to keep on it, I would maybe be acting a little differently. But I'm going to try to do multiple patterns on this fabric, so not going to be a... hopefully not going to be too much of a concern. Right, I gotcha. Yeah, I mean, it seems like a lot of effort to do for the fact that I'm not going to necessarily keep it, but the way fraying edges has completely been such a pain in the butt before that I take the time to do it anyways. Although these ones are kind of close to the edge, so I'm trying not to pull it as hard so that I don't start being counterintuitive and actually affecting the fabric that I'm trying very, very hard to not fray. Oh goodness. Me, I'm not gonna pull it too hard. Pulls it entirely too hard and messes up the stitch that I'm working on. Oh, I need to adjust my camera because it is zoomed out again. So yeah, these edges are really sort of frayed, so I'm trying my best to be very delicate with not pulling too hard. But I will clumsily do it anyways, knowing myself. But yes, I actually have in my wonderful craft kit bag that Mr. Tech had pointed out to me and Joanne's to get. I already bought all the embroidery floss because I was so excited to start this project. So I'm hoping to get at least some stitches into it today. Considering the speed at which I am doing this grid, maybe not, but we'll try our best. We'll try our best to do a little bit of stitching of the actual pattern. But the organizational part of the cross stitching is super important for me. I know some people have just the aptitude to do like freehand cross-country stitching, and I think that is so freaking cool. But I personally have a hard time doing that sort of those sort of stitching methods. I always end up miscounting. So I have a lot of different like organizational things, like the blanket stitching here and the gridding that I do to make sure that I don't have to frog a bunch of